doing? Yeah? You want makeup? Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. As you can see, I'm sitting in the bed. I've had this for a few months now. I'm at a stage where I'm trying to figure out what the room is going to look like. And that's the thing, when I first started doing stuff in the room, in any of the rooms actually, I had no idea what the final look would look like. I kind of just wanted to make sure the walls were painted, and then I had no idea beyond that. I didn't know what furniture I was going to have. I didn't know where things were going to be laid out. I didn't know where the TVs were going. You know what I mean? I had no real idea. Had a vague idea at points. But even when I was doing my electrics, I think I probably touched on this previously, but when I was in the electrics, I was kind of like, where do I put the sockets? I don't know. And I think whenever you live somewhere, like sockets wise, you get a sense of where you need a socket through living. I know that I need a socket beside my bed because I know I need to charge my phone, or, you know, or my lamp or whatever it is. But like the rest of the house, honestly, I've never given it that much thought. I've never cared enough, you know. So when it comes to the design, it's kind of the same. I just thought, right, let me get the basics in. Like, I need, from my bedroom, I need a bed, I need a wardrobe, I probably want my TV in there, and then beyond that, I'm kind of like, I don't even know the colour scheme. That's what I'm now going to focus on, because the walls are white, like as they are, don't get me wrong, I just wanted a blank canvas. So they're white. I've got some furniture in, I've got the bed, obviously. I've been working on the wardrobe. I'll save that for an entirely separate video because that is a pain in the arse in itself. Yeah, so I've got some things in place, and so I wanted to build beyond that now. I wanted to furnish it, put some decorations, add some colour. Yeah, I thought I'd bring you along the ride. Let me show you what we currently have in situ. I'll kind of give you an indication of what I want to do next with it, where my thought process is kind of heading towards. But don't hold me to that, because I just have a feeling, like, knowing me, I change my mind at the wind at the moment, and I can't make a decision to save my life. So I have a feeling when it comes down to it, I might tweak things in parts. That's just trusting the process. Like, that's just part and parcel of doing these things. So let me show you, and things will start to make sense. Right, let's get up. So ignore the mess, ignore the junk. So this is the bed in place, and then you've got the bedside table, which I bought recently. It's so funny, my dad doesn't think much of it. He was like, I sent him a picture of it and he was like, yeah, I don't know. So we've got the bedside table, ignore all of this. And then I put these pictures up there just for indication of what they would look like. I've just got blue tack there to hold it in place. To be honest, I don't like them like that. I think I'm going to switch it up. I think I need a big one in the middle, and then I'll have like the guardian angel and then the dandelions on that side. The bed is from, oh, do you know what? I don't even want to say, because I didn't have the best I don't think it's the best quality, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It's an ottoman bed, which is great, but the base is like flimsy. I can't stand a flimsy base. I've actually put MDF at the bottom because I wasn't happy with it just being plonked on the floor. It was just like fabric at the bottom. I really don't like that, but whatever. So this is like the bed. It's a creamy colour. It says ecru, but it's like a cream colour, which is quite nice. And then I had these cushions. In fact, I bought them for the living room, and I thought, do you know what? I've got too many cushions downstairs. I could bring this upstairs. The colour works really well. Like, it's a perfect match. So yeah, so I had those on, and then I was like, this is looking too bland. What can I do to zhuzh it up? And I feel like the room just needs colour in general, and I'll get to that at a later point in terms of painting and what that then looks like. But for now it's white. So anyway, I thought, what colour do I like? I love warm tones. I love like reds and oranges and yellows. So I don't know if the colour's coming across well on camera, but it's actually orange. It's like a burnt orange, a dark orange, which I thought, right, that's it. That's going to be the theme. That's a chenille kind of fabric as well, and I just think it works quite well. So that was that, right? And then you've got these there, and I was thinking, instead of the wall just being plain like that, I might as well put some paneling in. So paneling across there, and then 2 long strips down the side. I'll put some like overlay pictures of where I've got my inspo from on Pinterest, but I thought that would look pretty cool. And then I'll have the pictures in between it. And I've taken inspo also from downstairs because that's, you know, works quite well. And then this bedside table, I think, is from Dolls. I think that's how you pronounce it, Dolls. I'll link it down below. I really like it, and I really wanted to have one on both sides, but I didn't have enough room, which is annoying because I've got to put the wardrobe there and obviously the ensuite over there. And then I thought it was quite nice because it's a taupe colour, and then this is cream and the floor's grey, so it kind of blends them all in fairly well. And if I turn around now, we've got a TV on the wall. My dad and I worked quite hard the other day trying to get it on the wall. I'll insert a video or I'll put it on TikTok or something. I haven't decided yet, but I did film it like on my phone, and yeah, so it's in place now. And I got one of those, it's a bit dirty, isn't it? But I got one of those brackets where you can like move it across, because I don't know, because I've got the ensuite there as well. I just wanted it to be everywhere. And to be honest, the bracket was something we had at home that no one was using, so I thought I might as well just take it. So then I also got this, touching on the orange theme, because I thought, oh, that would look quite nice, and I could have like pampas grass coming out of it or something. It's just like a little vase, well, little, she says, it's quite big. And then you've obviously got the ensuite over there. So then you've got this wall, this plain ass wall here, and I thought my mirror from home could go really well there. It's the IKEA one. What's it called? Hovet, that's it. The IKEA one, and that would work. Ugh. Whenever I face this like towards a blank wall, it never focuses. But anyway, I thought it'd go really well there, but I don't like the fact that it's silver. It's got that chrome effect. So I think I'm gonna spray paint the edges. I'll insert a picture so you know what I'm talking about, like from a previous video or something, in terms of what it looks like. But I'm gonna spray paint the frame, because I think I'm gonna go for a gold accessory vibe in here, because I think it will work really well with the orange. And then moving on, I actually just got, well, I've already put up my curtain rods, but this, I can't explain it. The finish on it is really basic, like it looks really cheap. It looks like someone spray painted it, which I know is contradictory because I just said I'm gonna spray paint the frame, but that's because I have no choice. I wouldn't choose to buy something and expect it to come like that. So I've got this instead. I don't think it's coming across well. I've got this instead. It's not, but it's like a ribbed gold, and it looks so nice. Like it actually looks so nice. I was pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure. There we go. And I just think that looks grander than the one that I've got. So yeah, that one's going back, and I'm gonna use this one instead. So I need to put that up. And then I've also got lots of like amber orange accessories. I don't want to get too close and expose too much, but you've got like a diffuser, I've got a little plant pot, I've got another vase, I've got a few things. Hold on. And then these, my mum bought me these. It's really nice. Another couple of vases. They remind me of, oh, what's it called? Hercules, that's it. All the ladies in Hercules, you know, like all of them lined up. I can't explain it. It just reminds me of Hercules, like the different women and the different shapes and sizes. Yeah, so anyway. So that's that. What am I missing? Oh yeah, wardrobe. I mean, the wardrobe is not complete, as you can see. The wardrobe's bloody full though, but the wardrobe's not complete. So I've used the panels because I was trying to figure out, do I like the style of this panel? Oh, ice cream van. I need to shut the windows. So yeah, so I wanted to see what the panels would look like on the wardrobe, and I used the ones that I was going to use on the wall to see, but I really kind of don't like that vibe. It just, I don't know, I just find it a bit too much. So I'm going to stick to a normal border there, and I'm going to use the panels there, and then it won't feel so panelled out. And that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to get another like little, I don't know, I'll figure it out. I might not, because that looks like a lot of cushions. Yeah, so that's the current thought process. Oh, and then I also want to maybe put like a picture or something there. I need to figure out this area because it looks really bland and really plain. Oh, I forgot to say, with the TV as well, so this is one of the things I was talking about. I did not think about the sockets and like where my TV was going to go in this room. So downstairs I knew that my TV was going to go on the chimney breast, and so I knew from jump I needed a socket behind there because I hate to see wires. I hate to see this. So we put up the TV and then realised that was the closest socket to it, but it needs to go. So what we're going to do is put a single socket behind the TV here, and then we're going to connect, well, I say we, my dad is going to connect the wire from there to there, and then all the wires can be like hidden behind the TV and you won't see any of that. So yeah, so it's going to be, basically everything's going to be chased into the wall, not the TV wires, but the actual like wires, electric wires, and then I'm going to plug it in behind the TV. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, that's next step for Dad and I. I'm not, yeah, I should probably learn these things, right? But no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, so I'm going to put some pictures around here. I'm going to figure out how I can zhuzh up this area, because obviously once the wires are behind there, I probably need something there. I haven't figured out that part just yet. And then equally, I don't know how much of this wall the mirror will take up, so we'll have to see. And then, oh, I have my cupboard here, which is full of coats actually, and I've got that, which has got like suitcase and God knows what else in there. And they're white, right? And that door's white. And then this door is grey and it's really pissing me off. And so I think I'm going to paint it, but I just don't have the energy at the moment. So at some point I'll paint it. And I might change the handles as well so it runs with the gold theme, because at the moment, I mean, they look black on camera, but they're like a black nickel or something. I don't know what to call it, but yeah. So there's that to do. And then I might get a little rug, but TBC, honestly, I can't be arsed right now. So that's it at the moment. Like I said, I'm bringing it along the ride with me because I'm still figuring it out myself. There's so much still to do, like, I don't know, like there's like the reno part and then there's a decor part. It's like 2 stages. So I'm in the decor part now and it's just, yeah, it can be really fun, but it can also be quite tiring. So yeah, I'll bring you along the ride with me and we'll see how I go. And I think the first thing I'm going to start on is the paneling up here. So let's get started. Hey! How you doing? Yeah? You want makeup? Don't even play with me. You've been turning it off every time. What is wrong with you? What's the matter with you two? I'm going to manage my dinner.
Okay, let's start paneling. So first things first, I drew it out on paper just so I could see the design I wanted. And then I started measuring up just so I knew what sizes to cut the panels to. Mum was here as well, which is super helpful just for that extra pair of eyes. So she was standing a little bit further back and I was closer up just so we could get both perspectives.
Up your left nose hole.
You've got Raheem there chilling on the phone, probably playing Roblox or something crazy like that. So anyway, back to the wall. I started fixing them to the wall but using blue tack, which is a really good way because it's oh, whoopsie. Well, speaking of blue tack, it's great because you can fix it to the wall and see visually what the actual panels will look like. And it is temporary, so eventually they will come off, but you have to make sure you really do press it against the wall because they will literally drop off, which isn't ideal. Anyway, so once I had them all on the wall with blue tack, I could see visually what it would look like. Once I was happy with that and everything was straight, I then got the actual glue and fixed it to the wall and it was on there permanently. I left it overnight and Bob's your uncle. So now, time for my mirror. I knew I wanted a gold mirror and I couldn't find one anywhere, not to the size and scale that I was after. So instead, I decided to go back home and took my chrome IKEA mirror and paint it gold. I'm laughing because I've literally never done anything like this before. This is completely new to me and so I'm kind of learning on the fly. But I found this random video on TikTok of someone doing something very similar and thought, I'll try that. So here goes. So in order to get started, I had to prep the mirror by covering it with newspaper. Honestly, shout out to my dad because he reads the paper pretty much every single day, specifically for the crossword, and who knew that some of those papers would then come in handy when I had to eventually spray paint a mirror. So random, but anyway, thanks Dad. And I masked it all up with masking tape. I literally had to cover every single crevice just to make sure the actual mirror itself was covered, because it would be the absolute worst thing in the world if I started spray painting and then got some of the residue of the spray paint onto the mirror itself. I don't actually know how I would be able to clean that up. So in order to preempt that situation, I covered everything, in some places twice. So once I'd covered everything, I decided to give it a go. Unfortunately, my first try wasn't so good, just because I hadn't prepped it properly. What I didn't realise is that you have to sand down the actual frame just a little bit more, just to make sure that the actual particles from the spray paint have something to affix to. So I scraped that off, went again, and my second try really did leave a really nice finish. I will show you at the end of the video what the finished product looks like, but I was pleasantly surprised and happy with it.
Then you need now the vertical, you need to straight, you can see it's not straight, that's it, something like that. But how would you want this? Would you want it like, say about there, like that's the line there?
So is that, when you say that's the line, oh I see.
Yeah, like I'm just like using the line for that edge, yeah. Yeah, that. You can knock that in there. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you screw that in there, boom, away you go. That's it. Then it expands.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So
I know how a wall plug works.
that one went through lovely. That's more like it. Right.
Oh.
And you should be able to get to it.
Right.
Show me. I can't see, so
I know.
you've got to guide it.
Right, that's fine. Right there.
Hold it.
Get closer. That's it.
You
I
tilt
see.
it as you want it. You see.
That was me thinking it was going to fall.
No.
Right, okay.
That's
Right.
it. That is it.
Amazing.
Turn it on and see.
Oh, right. It looks really tough.
This is good. This is what you call three core double insulated.
So at the moment you're putting the wire through the trunking.
Yep.
So the wires are inside the trunking and Dad is connecting that to the back box of the socket. This will eventually be where my socket will be for the TV. Once in place, we'll fill in all the area we chased, and that way you won't actually be able to see anything. Here is my bedroom. Eek. Honestly, you've seen so much of it already, so what I thought I'd do is walk through some of the things I've changed since I last caught up with you and all of the finishing touches and how I've styled it. So let's start in this area. We have my bed, and I think when I was catching up with you last, I had different cushions. They were orange, but they were a burnt orange that were airing on the red side, and I didn't like them much, so I switched them out for these instead, which are a bit more terracotta in colour, and then that kind of set the premise for, I suppose, the colour scheme for the rest of the room, because yes, I have white walls, but I really wanted to have a pop of colour in here, so I think that works really, really well, and I kind of followed that theme everywhere else. So for instance, I got this throw. Honestly, it's so lovely, so thick. I thought that works really well. It's not an exact match, but in contrast, I think it works really well. And then I had these cushions already, the beige cream colour ones, which I thought were really nice because they work really well with the headboard. And a headboard, I think, is like an ecru colour. I think that's what they call it, but in effect, it's a cream colour. And I love how they all kind of pair together, work together. This is a double, by the way, but I would say it's a larger double. I don't think that size exists. I think it's like small doubles and then doubles and so on and so forth. But I think the measurements are probably a little bit larger, but I love how it kind of comes together. And then on the walls, you would have seen me paneling quite a basic pattern, but I think frames the bed really well. So you've got the long parts on the sides, on either side, and then you've got the larger part in the middle, which I wanted to be in line with the frame of the bed. So I think that works really well on either side. And then on top, so these were from my room back home, so my parents' house. You've got the dandelions, you've got a quote, and then you've got guardian angel. And at first I thought, oh, I don't know, I think I want something else, but I'm really keen on being intentional with what's above my head when I sleep. And more recently, I'm truly into manifestation, and I think that they have such a cool message. So for instance, dandelion, make a wish, right? That's the kind of meaning I suppose we give, or connotation around dandelions. Then in the middle it says your mind is a powerful thing. When you fill it with positive thoughts, your life will start to change. And I truly believe in that, and I didn't when I first picked it up, so that's worked. And then here you've got guardian angel, and I just feel like there's someone covering all of us. There's a guardian angel protecting all of us. So yeah, that's the premise there. But also, to be honest, I wouldn't mind switching out the middle one with something that's got maybe a bit more of a bolder visual aesthetic behind it. So when I say that, I mean maybe an orange or a terracotta abstract kind of vibe. If you know where to get nice prints, please let me know, because I've never been able to find something that would work here and with this kind of theme in mind. So there we have that. And then if I move over to this section, you would have seen when I got this from Dolls, and I liked it because it was kind of like greige. So
beige and grey mixed together and works well with the flooring and with the headboard. And then I've zhuzhed it up a little bit more. So here we've got my lamp, which I love, by the way, it's touch. How nice. You've got my little nephew there, and then we've got a vase behind it, which I thought was a really cute shape actually. I just thought that was really unusual, really just different and unique. So we've got that, and then I've also got a little timer, a sans timer. And then actually, let me move my phone and control out of the way. Then I've got a book called Manifest, which I've heard great things about. I haven't actually started. If I'm completely honest, I bought it because it was orange. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's not only is it orange, but it's part of the whole manifestation piece. So we have that there as well. I'll let you know when I start reading it if it's any good. And then if we move around, you would have seen this already, where you've got the cupboard up top and then a door there. And in there I've got a rail. It's got basically coats in there at the moment. And then we've got this. My mirror, which you would have seen me spray painting. So this mirror is from IKEA. It's called Hobbit. And I've had this for years, like literal years. And I had it in my room back home. If you are an OG, and you would have seen when I did like my fashion videos back home, I had this and it was in a chrome, like silver colour. And I loved it so much, like it's so big. If I just give you, I'll stand back in a sec to give you the whole scale, but it's such a good size, especially for full length pictures and things like that. I couldn't find a gold anywhere. So since then they brought out a black colour, which I thought was lovely, but didn't work with the aesthetic of the room. And because for the room I want everything to be like warm colours, so the orange terracotta colours, but then also the gold accents you saw with my wardrobe from the last episode. They have gold handles. I wanted to stay there and in keeping with that theme. Couldn't find anything anywhere. So I decided to spray paint it, and if I'm completely honest, it turned out really good. I'm really glad that I did, because it would have been really odd to have a silver chrome colour in this room. So there we have it, she's gold. And if anyone was wondering whether gold and the whole spray paint thing stood the test of time, honestly I do think so. I wasn't sure at the time, but it looks the same as when I first did it. Amazing, shout out to whoever I got this idea from on TikTok. And then moving over, you've got my ensuite there, which you've already seen. But if I stand back, that's what it looks like to scale. So you can see the whole bit. You would have seen when I was doing it as well. So, oh my God, I think it's too big. Honestly, it's not big enough. No, honestly, it works really well. And I'm so glad. You've got the door there and then a mirror there. It frames it really well. Almost sections it off. And then here you've got my telly. So you would have seen, I mean, shout out to my dad. You would have seen him help me with this. So we've got the telly on and we've got the plug chased in. I'll show you actually, because I don't think I ever did. So you've got the plug there, and then you've got the cable set. You've actually got my aerial up there as well, but everything's really neatly hidden. And I can move this around, by the way. Like, it doesn't have to stay in that position, but because I'm usually watching it from bed, it's usually on that angle. But I just think it looks so much nicer without anything hanging out at the back. I really hate that. Shout out to my dad, because there's no way in hell I would have been able to do that on my own. And I just didn't know at the time. Had I known that I was gonna have the TV in position there, I would have got the electrician to do it from jump. Thanks, Dad, I appreciate it. So then moving on, you've got my plant, which I've had for ages actually. I've had her, I think, since back home, and she's really cute. I was actually thinking of getting little legs for her, the actual, I suppose, base that comes with legs, because then she can be propped up a little bit. I think that would be a nice little elevation. And then I picked up these vases as well, again in keeping with the whole orange theme. I didn't want it to be exact, so that everything is the exact same, and so I found these, which were almost tones of orange and terracotta. Especially this one here is very much terracotta, and then this one's amber colour. And I've just stuck like pampas grass inside them, and some other like aesthetic pieces and some other, what's the word? And some other artificial plants in them, which I think work really well, especially that red one in contrast to the green, because I wanted to just warm up the space a little bit. And then you've got my cocoa there as well. I took that from back home and I didn't know where to place it. So I could do more to this wall and I can't quite figure out what just yet. But that's what we're working with. So if you have any ideas of how I can zhuzh this up a little bit more, please let me know. She is looking bare, but I almost think it works that way as well. But yeah, keen to know. And then up here you've got my curtains. So I did change the curtain pole in the end, and it's the ribbed effect. I'll get closer in a minute so you can see that as well. It's the ribbed effect, it's gold, it's really a really lovely gold, and I'm so glad that I changed it to this one instead, although you can't see it much. And then on my windowsill, let me show you. I mean, there's not much to it, but you've got the different ornaments all in the amber colour, and I love. Here you've got a vase on that side, you've got the same thing all over that side, just to make sure they mirror each other, aesthetic reasons, just very much Chloe. I've got a diffuser there, although I haven't put the sticks in. And then I've got a couple more vases, and I think these two are from my mum. So thanks, mum, for those, because I really do think they bring it together. And then up here you've got my pendant as well, which I really like. I actually got this from Wilko's actually, just before they closed down. They closed down a while ago now, but I got that from there, and I got some other ones for the other rooms as well. And I just loved the fact it was gold, but also that lovely, I'll get a bit closer, can you see that? It's like, it's got a lovely pattern to it. It's not entirely circle. And I just thought that was quite nice, and it works with the whole gold and amber theme. It almost looks like it's a little bit in the middle. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, there we have it. That is everything. That's my room. So there we have it. That's my room. I really hope you like it. I honestly really do. Probably one of the ones in the house I like the most. I don't know, maybe it's just because it has a bit more of a sentimental feel to it. My family were involved so much in this room, and they've been involved across the board, but particularly with this room, you would have seen mum helped me with the paneling. My nephew was here throughout both this and the wardrobe actually. He saw when a plank of one of the panels fell on my head actually from the wardrobe, so that's another cool story for another day. You would have seen dad help me with chasing the TV and everything. I just wouldn't have been able to do it without them. I feel like it's really personal because it's my room as well, so them being part of the process makes it even more sentimental in a weird way. And I also love the fact that it has a few like pops of colour. It's not just bland or grey or white. I think that's a little bit more of my personality coming through. I love orange, I love yellow, I love red to an extent. Like, I love warm colours. I just get a really warm feel from the room, and I love spending time here. It makes sense, right? I should. It's my bedroom and I've just decorated it, so I should feel that way. Yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed how I've decorated it as well. Let me know what you would have done with everything and how you would have personalised it. I do think that I love gold more than chrome now. Before I was like, I don't know what I like. Do I like gold? Do I like silver? Do I like gold or silver jewellery? Like, it was very much in the I'm not sure stage. Whereas now that I've done this room and I've done the rest of the house, I do feel like I know myself a lot more, and I'm a gold girl, like through and through. And if I had to do it again, I would make everything gold, including the bathrooms and everything else. So that's interesting to find out about myself. I'm glad that I had my family as part of the process. I massively appreciate you guys, honestly. If I haven't told you already, I massively appreciate it. I'm glad how it's come together, and I really hope you have too. Like always, let me know what you would have done, what you think of it. Like, comment, subscribe, turn your notifications on. I can't wait to produce more content for you, and I can't wait to show you more of the house. So until then, enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.